Today on our 2009 Mazda Tribute, we're going to take a look at and also show you how to install the Curt Custom Fit Class 3 Trailer Hitch Receiver. Offering the 2" by 2" receiver tube opening, its part number is 13650. Now here's what our hitch is going to look like installed. As you can see, that cross tube's going to drop down from behind our fascia where it connects with the frame, meets here in the middle at our receiver tube opening. Now this is a Class 3 hitch, so it's going to have a 2" by 2" receiver tube opening, and it's going to make it a very, very versatile hitch. Now when securing all of those items, you see our 5/8 diameter pinhole here. There's a good amount of room all the way around, so whatever type of accessory you're going to use to hold your items in place should have plenty of room. So a pinning clip, locking pin, maybe an anti-rattle device, we shouldn't have any issues there. We've got a plate style safety chain connection point area. It's got a nice oval shaped hole on each side, so your smaller safety chains we shouldn't have any problem getting connected. If you've got the really large clevis hooks, you might have a little bit of a binding issue there. Now you'll notice the end of the receiver tube opening here. It's going to be just past the end of our bumper. That's going to make it readily accessible and easy to see when you're loading up your accessories. Now as far as weight ratings are concerned, the hitch is going to give us a 350-pound tongue weight rating. That's the maximum downward force we can put at the receiver tube opening, and it gives us a 3,500-pound gross trailer weight rating. That's going to be the total weight of our trailer and anything we were to load up on it. It is rated for use with weight distribution. With weight distribution, the tongue weight rating is going to be 500 pounds, and the gross trailer weight rating is going to be 5,000 pounds. Definitely check the owner's manual on the Mazda though to see what it's rated for, and use whichever of those are the lowest. Now a few measurements that'll be helpful when it comes time to select your ball mount bike rack or hitch cargo carrier will be from the ground to the inside top edge of the receiver tube opening. We've got about 17 inches. Then from the center of our hitch pin hole to the outermost edge of our bumper, it's only about 3/4. Now to begin our installation process, I like to lower down this tailpipe section here. It's just 2 exhaust hangers. We've got one here in the back, and we've got the one just up front of it here. That's going to give us a lot better access to our forward attachment point. This is going to be the same on both sides. And the other 2 attachment points are going to be right up here. And again, those are the same on both sides. Now to lower the hangers, we'll use a little bit of spray lubricant on them, and then a large screwdriver or a pry bar. We just have to get them separated. So we're just going to slide off. Now we're going to start getting our hardware in place. We're over here on the driver's side. This is the back of the frame rail, and we'll have 2 options as to how we can do it. If the rear of the frame is open here, you see how my hand slides right in there? This is where you'll be able to put your hardware in. If it's not, we need to come to not the first hole in the frame rail, but the second one. It's a little bit oblong, and you're going to enlarge it kind of like that. You want to remove this area. That's going to allow your spacer block to go in and also your carriage bolt. Now to do this, you can use a file. What I prefer though is like a high-speed rotary cutoff tool. You can get it up there and just grind it off pretty easily. Now on each frame we'll have 2 attachment points. We've got the 2 that are here on the inside of the frame rail. And then if we come forward from that hole you might have to enlarge, we've got our 3rd attachment point here. Now we want to fish wire our hardware into this forward attachment point. So you'll grab one of your coiled fish wires. We're going to place that in, and we need to guide it towards the back of the frame rail. You see it's going to come out there. Now to that, we're going to take one of the longer spacer blocks and place it on. And we'll also thread on our carriage bolt. Now we're going to slide the spacer block in, then the bolt. Then we'll gently pull on our fish wire here. Bring it down in position. We'll do the same thing on our passenger side as well. You'll see our hardware's in the passenger side here. Sometimes right here behind this can, this is your muffler, sometimes right here there's going to be a round thing that hangs off. This is a vibration dampener. You may have to bend that down and out of the way to allow the side plate of the hitch to come up into place. Now with the help of an extra set of hands, we're going to get our hitch raised into position. On our passenger side, you need to grab that thicker spacer block. That's going to be positioned between the hitch and the frame as we raise it up. So we'll place that over our bolt. Then we've got our conical tooth washer that'll go into place. We want the teeth of that to face up towards the hitch. And then we'll thread on one of our hex nuts. All right, now once we have those there, we'll just hand tighten them for now, and we can get our other fasteners in place. Now with the hitch held in position with our forward fasteners, we'll line up the elongated hole in our hitch with the hole in the frame, and we'll use the same pull wire technique, going towards the rear of the vehicle. It'll get the same style square hole spacer and carriage bolt. Feed them in separately and pull them through. Now what I like to do is kind of pull down on the hitch. That's going to kind of bind that bolt a little bit. We'll take our pull wire off, add on our conical tooth washer and our nut. Just loosely installed for now. You might have to raise up on your hitch to align your other hole here, and we'll do the same thing there. Now we'll head over to the passenger side and we'll repeat the exact same process for those two locations. Now the nut that's located above the exhaust, if you've got a special type tool, you might be able to get in there and torque it. If you don't, it's probably a good idea just to lower this down to get your wrench in there so it's done properly. We like to use a little bit of spray lubricant on them, tends to help kind of slide them off. And then either a pry bar, a big screwdriver, kind of work it off that metal stud or that metal hanger it's on. You'll see with that down, it's going to give us a lot more room to get in here and get this bolt torqued down appropriately. The torque specs you're going to find listed in your instructions, and you want to make sure all 6 fasteners are torqued down. Now we'll use a little bit more spray lubricant on our exhaust hangers, and they should just slide back over those studs by hand. All right, at that point, our hitch will be ready for use. With our exhaust back in place, that's going to complete our installation of the Curt Custom Fit Class 3 Trailer Hitch Receiver, part number 13650 on our 2009 Mazda Tribute.